Hello, TTC, Syracuse fans. What up, what up, what up? It's your boy, Sunsnero6, coming to you live from my boyhood home back here in Westchester County, New York. I'm on spring break. Hope you guys are all having a good week so far. It is that time of year, one of my favorite times of year, and definitely one of my favorite times to be a Syracuse Orangeman, and that is March Madness starting this Friday, and I am really, really pumped about it. And I can't wait. I think it's going to be a great tournament. Anyways, tonight what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down my bracket. I'm going to talk a little bit about it, talk about a couple of scenarios, and but first, before we get to that, I have a big shout out to make, and that is to one of my newest YouTube friends and my newest YouTube subscriber. It's a big shout out to Robin, aka Girly Marine, here on YouTube. And I want everybody in the TTC and everybody who may watch this video to check her out. She's a singer, and she has lots of different performance videos up on YouTube. And being a young musician myself, I always like to see other young musicians doing well. So please check her out, subscribe to her, comment on her videos. At the very least, thank her for her service to this country. She's a former United States Marine. And a couple of her videos are actually of her singing while on deployment to Iraq. So she's an Iraq War veteran. So please, at the very least, thank her for her service to this country. Robin, thank you so much for your service to this country. Your videos are great. You have a great voice. I really hope to see you singing professionally one day. So that's for you. And again, please check her out. Her link is in the sidebar. So please do check her out and comment, rate, and do enjoy her videos. I think she's great, and I think you're going to be royally entertained. Now on to the bracket. This is going to be a great tournament. I think there's a lot of good teams, top to bottom, and I think there's a lot of possibilities that could happen. But I'm going to break down my bracket top to bottom, and this is one of my brackets. I have a couple different brackets I'm using for different pools, going with just a couple different possibilities, but this is my main bracket. So anyway, I'm just going to break it down, top down. The first section, which is the Midwest, I have Kansas going to the Final Four out of this bracket. However, in another one of my brackets, I have Ohio State going. And the reason for this is because I think that Ohio State is clicking at the right time, first of all. I think that Evan Turner is one of the most dynamic players in the country, and I think that if Ohio State can get hot, I think they can pull off that Elite Eight upset of Kansas and can get to the Final Four. In the West Regional, I have Syracuse going, and this is pretty much likely, I think, is going to happen, because it's not that competitive a bracket. However, as a Syracuse fan, I am worried about a couple teams. I'm worried a little bit about Vanderbilt, and I'm also very worried about the potential of playing Pitt again in the Elite Eight, because Pitt beat us and actually made a come-from-behind win. Though I think that loss was mainly on us. So I have Syracuse going, and I actually have Syracuse winning the national championship, but I'll get to that in a second. Now on to the South region. This is the only place where I didn't pick a number one seed to go to the Final Four. I stick to my Big East guns and picked Villanova to win. And I have them beating Duke in the Elite Eight to get to the Final Four. And then up top in the East, I have picked Kentucky. However, I'm slightly concerned about Kentucky's chances about making the Final Four, because I think there's a couple of things that could go against them. Number one, their inexperience, and two, their arrogance, I think, could go against them. The inexperience speaks for itself. They have a lot of freshman players. They're very young. Patrick Patterson is the only elder statesman on that team. The rest of them are pretty much diaper dandies, as Nicky View would say. So that's one thing. And also, they have a lot of thuggish antics about them, at least from what I've seen. I think DeMarcus Cousins does some very, very undisciplined things. I think that John Wall does some very undisciplined things. I think a lot of those guys pull off some really undisciplined stuff. And I'm concerned about them. So, and actually, another one of my brackets, I picked West Virginia to go there. And actually, in this bracket, at first I had picked West Virginia to get to the Final Four and to upset Kentucky. But with what I've seen, West Virginia is a team that has played a lot of close games, has won a lot of close games. I don't know if they'll be able to get the job done against Kentucky. So the more practical thing I thought to do was pick Kentucky to go to the Final Four. Now on to the Final Four that I've picked with this bracket. I have picked Syracuse, Kansas, Kentucky, and Villanova. Kentucky and Villanova. I have Kentucky over Villanova going to the national championship game, and in a rematch of the 2003 championship, I see deja vu all over again, and I see Syracuse beating Kansas to go to the championship game, and then I have Syracuse winning it all, beating Kentucky by 6. 82-76 is what I have as the score. No, I'm not saying that this is going to happen, but hopefully it does. I really hope it does for my bracket's sake, and also for the sake that I'm a Syracuse Orangeman, and I would love to see this team win a national championship. I think this team deserves a national championship of the season it has. But anything could happen. I think there's lots of little toss-up games. There's a lot of just pick 'em and pray games in there. Like for instance, some first-round matchups. Those like 8-9 games, those 7-10 games. Those could go any way. Like for instance, I had a tough time picking between Gonzaga and Florida State. And I had a tough time picking between... What else was there? I had a tough time picking between Wake Forest and Texas. That was a tough one. I had another tough one between Cal and Louisville, though I think Louisville's going to come out on top in that game because Cal isn't really that good a team. And... had a tough time picking between UNLV and Northern Iowa as well because those 8-9 games are definitely some of the most competitive games. I think it's going to be top to bottom a very good NCAA tournament. Those will be some very competitive matchups. And Syracuse fans, we face a very familiar foe on Friday, and that's Vermont. Now, that brings back some bad memories from when they were seated way lower than us and they beat us. So, here's hoping that the old ghosts don't come back to haunt us, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think we're gonna get it done on Friday. Anyway, that's all for this video. Good luck to everybody with their brackets for the pools that you're in, and yeah, good luck to everybody. Good luck to all your teams. This is one of my favorite times of year, and I think this is going to be a lot of fun. All right, then. That's it for me. This is Sun Snare 06. That's my story. I'm sticking to it, and I am over and out. Peace out, y'all. Good night.